Picture a cloud of millions of man-made fragments, metal, plastic, even flecks of paint, orbiting Earth at speeds over 17,000 miles per hour. This is space junk, the leftovers from decades of rocket launches, satellite deployments, and collisions. Each new mission adds to this growing cloud. And even a marble-sized fragment can destroy a satellite or threaten astronauts. Space agencies now track over 36,000 large pieces, but millions of smaller, untrackable fragments are out there, each one a potential bullet. This debris endangers astronauts on the International Space Station and the satellites we rely on for GPS, weather, and communication. The more crowded our orbital highways become, the higher the risk of catastrophic collisions. This chain reaction, known as the Kessler syndrome, could one day make parts of space unusable for generations. Imagine losing GPS, weather forecasts, or global communications overnight. The threat isn't just to space explorers, it's to everyone on Earth. We're at a tipping point. Our dependence on space is growing, but so is the danger. If we don't act, we risk trapping ourselves on Earth, cut off from the cosmos. The time to clean up our orbital backyard is now. Our future in space, and on Earth, depends on it. The question is, how do we begin? In January 2026, the danger of space junk became real when a tiny, untracked fragment struck the window of China's Shenzhou 20 spacecraft docked at Tiangong Station. The impact, from an object no bigger than a grain of sand, cracked the reinforced glass, forcing Mission Control to declare the craft unsafe for re-entry. Astronauts had to wait for a costly rescue mission, highlighting how even the smallest debris can disrupt space operations and endanger lives. This wasn't science fiction, it was a global wake-up call. The incident proved that tracking big objects isn't enough, invisible fragments can strike without warning. Suddenly, the need for active debris removal was urgent. The cracked window became a symbol. Our achievements in space are vulnerable to forgotten fragments from decades past. The world realized we can't just dodge debris, we have to clean it up. The Shenzhou 20 event accelerated international efforts to tackle the crisis. Space junk was no longer a future threat. It was a present danger. Cleaning up space is about protecting the backbone of modern life, satellites that power GPS, communications, banking, and weather forecasting. Every active satellite is at risk. A single collision could disrupt global systems and economies. Imagine GPS failing, or losing global communications in an instant. The stakes are enormous, not just for astronauts, but for everyone on Earth. As we plan missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond, a cluttered orbit makes every launch riskier and more expensive. We can't build a future in space atop a junkyard. Orbits are a finite resource, and we've neglected their health for too long. If we don't act, the problem will only grow, making cleanup harder for future generations. Taking action now is an investment in stability, security, and exploration. Cleaning up space is about stewardship, preserving the pathway to the stars for those who come after us. It's not just a technical challenge, it's a responsibility. The time to act is before the damage is irreversible. Our cosmic backyard needs tending, now more than ever. Enter Portal Space Systems and Paladin Space, American and Australian startups teaming up for a groundbreaking 2027 mission. Their plan used Portal's agile Starburst spacecraft as an orbital tow truck equipped with Paladin's Triton debris capture system. Starburst can maneuver between orbits while Triton acts as a modular garbage bin to collect junk. This partnership combines mobility and precision, making debris removal scalable and cost-effective. The mission aims to prove that commercial cleanup is practical and profitable. By capturing and deorbiting multiple pieces of junk, they hope to make routine cleanup missions a reality. It's a bold step from watching the problem grow to actively solving it. The future of space safety may start with this very mission. At the heart of the mission is Paladin's Triton, a 1-meter cube engineered to capture and contain space junk. Starburst brings Triton close to a target, Triton then envelops and secures the debris, even if it's spinning or oddly shaped. Once full, the Triton unit is ejected and sent on a controlled descent into Earth's atmosphere, where it and its contents burn up safely. Starburst can then attach a new empty Triton and continue cleaning. This modular approach makes the process repeatable and affordable. It's a cosmic garbage collection service, removing hazards one piece at a time. The result? Cleaner orbits and safer skies for all. While Portal and Paladin collect debris, Japan's Astroscale is taking on a different challenge, mapping the mess. In 2027, Astroscale will launch the first multi-orbit inspection mission, surveying debris from low Earth orbit to geostationary heights. Their spacecraft will rendezvous with defunct satellites and junk, using advanced sensors to create detailed 3D models and assess their condition. Knowing which objects are stable or tumbling is crucial for safe removal. Astroscale's data will guide future cleanup missions and help set international standards for space traffic. It's the reconnaissance step before deploying a cleanup fleet. By understanding the problem, Astroscale is making large-scale solutions possible. Their mission is the blueprint for coordinated, effective action in space. The leap to operational cleanup in 2027 was built on breakthroughs from 2025. That year, the European Space Agency funded French and Spanish companies to develop debris removal and tether-based drag systems. NASA awarded $30 million to Catalyst Space Technologies to prove robotic servicing of satellites never designed for repair. Astroscale's U.S. division won a contract to refuel a military satellite in geostationary orbit, showcasing precision and control. These milestones proved the technology and attracted investment, turning cleanup from theory into reality. The groundwork laid in 2025 made the ambitious missions of 2027 possible. Each success brought us closer to a cleaner, safer space environment. The era of demonstration was over. Real solutions were on the horizon. Space junk is a global problem. Debris from one nation can threaten satellites from another. The solution demands international teamwork, as seen in the 2027 missions led by US, Australian, and Japanese companies. In 2025, the US and UK conducted their first coordinated satellite maneuver, building trust and setting rules for safe operations. The U.S. Space Force's Orbital Watch initiative began sharing threat data with commercial operators, multiplying safety for all. Collaboration pools resources, shares costs, and avoids duplication. Partnerships like Portal and Paladin, and data sharing between militaries, are the blueprint for global space sustainability. Cleaning up space is a shared responsibility, one that unites nations for the common good. Together, we can keep the orbital highways open for everyone. The 20,000 Sairam Bondren Bonsain Baknavamban Stirin for Naber Dadan 47 cleanup and inspection missions mark a turning point. We're finally taking responsibility for our orbital environment. Success will boost confidence, lower risks, and enable new satellite constellations and exploration missions. For astronauts, it means safer stations. For Earth, it means reliable communications, navigation, and disaster response. Companies like Portal, Paladin, and Astroscale are maintaining the invisible infrastructure we all depend on. These missions preserve our access to space, the gateway to discovery, opportunity, and a multi-planet future. If we don't act, that gateway could close. The 2027 efforts are our first real step toward a sustainable, hopeful future in space and on Earth. We're cleaning up our past and opening the door to what comes next.